as they shook out their rugs or hung up the weekly wash. In the early days of the summer of 1967, the summer of love, they shook their heads when they heard the little girl's cries through the open window of the Palmer flat. Most agreed that young Jane Palmer didn't deserve such a sweet-faced child, but they murmured, only among themselves, no one in that part of London would dream of reporting such a matter to the authorities. Of course, Emma didn't understand terms like alcoholism or emotional illness. But even though she was only 3, she was an expert on gauging her mother's moods. She knew the days her mother would laugh and cuddle, the days she would scold and slap. When the atmosphere in the flat was particularly heavy, Emma would take her stuffed black dog, Charlie, crawl under the cabinet beneath the kitchen sink, and, in the dark and damp, wait out her mother's temper. On some days, she wasn't quick enough. "Hold still, do, Emma!" Jane dragged the brush through Emma's pale blonde hair. With her teeth gritted, she resisted the urge to whack the back of it across her daughter's rump. She wasn't going to lose her temper today. Not today. "I'm going to make you pretty. You want to be especially pretty today, don't you?" Emma didn't care very much about looking pretty, not when her mother's brush strokes were hurting her scalp and the new pink dress was scratchy with starch. She continued to wriggle on the stool as Jane tried to tie her flyaway curls back with a ribbon. "I said hold still!" Emma squealed when Jane dug hard fingers into the nape of her neck. "Nobody loves a dirty, nasty girl!" After 2 long breaths, Jane relaxed her grip. She didn't want to put bruises on the child. She loved her, really. And bruises would look bad, very bad, to Brian if he noticed them. After dragging her from the stool, Jane kept a firm hand on Emma's shoulder. "Take that sulky look off your face, my girl!" But she was pleased with the results. Emma, with her wispy blonde curls and big blue eyes, looked like a pampered little princess. "Look here!" Jane's hands were gentle again as she turned Emma to the mirror. "Don't you look nice?" Emma's mouth moved stubbornly into a pout as she studied herself in the spotted glass. Her voice mirrored her mother's Cockney and had a trace of a childish lisp. "Itsy? A lady has to be uncomfortable if she wants a man to think she's beautiful." Jane's own slimming black corset was biting into her flesh. "Why?" "Because that's part of a woman's job." She turned, examining first one side, then the other in the mirror. The dark blue dress was flattering to her full curves, making the most of her generous breasts. Brian had always liked her breasts, she thought, and felt a quick, sexual pull. God, no one ever before or since had matched him in bed. There was a hunger in him, a wild hunger he hid so well under his cool and cocky exterior. She had known him since childhood, had been his on-again, off-again lover for more than 10 years. No one knew better what Brian was capable of when fully aroused. She allowed herself to fantasize, just for a moment, what it would be like when he peeled the dress away, when his eyes roamed over her, when his slender musician's fingers unhooked the frilly corset. They'd been good together, she remembered, as she felt herself go damp. They would be good together again. Bringing herself back, she picked up the brush and smoothed her hair. She had spent the last of the grocery money at the hairdresser's getting her shoulder-length straight hair colored to match Emma's. Turning her head, she watched it sway from side to side. After today, she wouldn't have to worry about money ever again. Her lips were carefully painted a pale, pale pink, the same shade she had seen on supermodel Jane Asher's recent Vogue cover. Nervous, she picked up her black liner and added more definition near the corner of each eye. Fascinated, Emma watched her mother. Today she smelled of tigress